Nothing like trying to climb a ladder with snowshoes on. The winter update on the greenhouse. My bear and my dog. And over this way, here's the greenhouse. We've got a lot of snow down. You can see the height of it on that post down there. Several feet. And I came down here once this year, and you can see where I got the snow off the bottom half of the roof. I didn't have a shovel with me that day. And then the top half is what you see here. It's weighted down quite a bit, so I brought my shovel today. I'm going to try to get the worst of this off of here. Yeah, this is not light snow coming off of this. This stuff has been packed down and rained on several times. And man, that chunk weighs a lot. So I've got hundreds of pounds of weight on this roof right now, and the plastic's holding up. The main structure is, obviously. That's excellent. Gotta hand it to me, folks. My building methods aren't all that bad. If this thing makes it through this winter, then likely it's going to be here for years to come. So I'm really happy with this so far. We're into the start of February right now, and we've gone through probably the worst of our winter. Another, bad couple months ahead still, but once hard plastic goes down on here, I may never have to bother removing the snow. It's probably going to take the weight, and then the plastic, the flexible plastic that I have underneath just becomes an insulating layer. So long as I can make it through this winter with the plastic that I put on, we'll put the hard plastic down on in the spring, and then hopefully this will be good for years to come. But if I bring my hard plastic out here and have any kind of an overhang, then I won't be able to very easily put something like a ladder against it. Just something to consider. But anyways, these boards also then raise up above the plastic by that thickness. And that's helping me remove the snow because I'm using my shovel here. And I can slide my shovel then right up along that board. If you were to put your shovel on the plastic itself, it's very likely you would end up ripping through it. There you can see the board right there, and so that allows me to get my shovel in underneath the snow, and I can pry upwards some and try to get this snow weight off of here. Big piece here that's about to come off. So there, I just pried up on it. We can inch that down here. I'm trying to hold the camera and work the shovel with one hand. That's a lot of snow weight. I've got my squares, I think, a little under 2 feet by 2 feet. It was on one of our other videos, but I think the inside dimensions ended up being like 20 inches by 20 inches roughly, and that seems adequate with even flexible plastic to support a lot of snow weight for anybody who's interested in doing this and lives in a northern climate. The cheapest way to go about this would of course be just the plastic that I have on here now. It's going to cost you a few $100s for greenhouse quality stuff, but as long as you put adequate supports in underneath it, it will hold up quite well even in these types of conditions. Go back and watch our videos on how I built it if you're interested. So far there's been next to no cost in this at all. A couple $100 in lumber, and a few more hundred it would have been in plastic. The hard plastic panels that we're going to put down, they do cost some money. So we'll do a video on that in the spring. But this is our winter update on the greenhouse. Everything's looking great. Dog's looking great. The bear over there is looking great. We're all very happy. Here's a look in underneath the greenhouse, and you can see there's not a whole lot of snow accumulated, so that's going to be great in the springtime. It should melt off faster than other areas surrounding it, which means the greenhouse would be usable a little bit earlier. And the roof, I've gotten most of the snow off. I'm running out of daylight here. There's a little bit left here on the end, but most of it now is done. tiny bit left here at the very top as well. I'm not going to worry about that though. It's got a beam right under it, and we've gotten 90% of the snow off of it today, so that's a good reset. If it happens to snow a little bit more over the next few months, it's not going to be right on top of the existing weight that was here today. But all in all, things are doing great. The front wall is all intact still. There's, you can see here, probably 2.5 feet of snow right now from the ground there to where Loco's laying down up there. There's quite a bit of snow down right now here in eastern Canada. This is going to give us a really nice greenhouse space for very little money. I can't wait to be able to use this. The back half of it's going to go on in the spring, and that's going to go on at an angle back here, coming from the peak out something like that. And so we're going to have a large area, say from the base of that birch tree over there all the way out to here. It's a good 12 feet in width and another good 10 or 12 feet to the top pole. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the greenhouse. Everything stayed together here, and we've gotten through most of the winter. And after this winter, when the hard plastic's on, we won't have anything to worry about with this structure. So we're going to have a really nice greenhouse space here to use over the next bunch of years as we start the farming portion of our channel. We've been mostly focused on forestry over the past 3 years and in getting infrastructure here into the property so that we have things to work with. But now, more and more as time goes on over the next few years, we're going to try to get into the farming and see if we can restore this acreage that's around the greenhouse here. So you can see going this way, we've got probably 4 acres or more that I'd like to turn into pasture from this sort of young forest that's starting to take over down here.